Today I'm sharing 3 tried and tested ways to get your freediving fins from A to B hassle-free. But here's a quick tip. Please check your airline's baggage allowances and restrictions before travel, because this can save you a lot of headache. Let's get started so that we can make your next freediving trip a smooth experience. I've got my fins here and I'm going to show you how we can travel with these fins using 3 different methods. What we're going to do is we're going to have it in a backpack or carry-on, and then I'm also going to demonstrate how you can have it in checked luggage. I have a specific dive bag for this, and I use this as my suitcase whilst traveling, but it will work just the same if you have a suitcase which you're doubling up as your dive bag. So I'll show you how to put it in this as well. The third method we have is simply using a yoga mat style straps or a soft bag for the fins. And this is for also using it as a carry-on method, because when you're doing carry-on, you're actually allowed 2 bags. So you get your backpack and then you also can have handheld items as a separate piece. The first method I'm going to show you is how to put it in checked luggage. And grab the fins, and we want to do what we can to protect the blade, because we all know airlines can be pretty shocking for respecting our equipment. So what I'll do, I roll out the towel, I'll put one blade in, and I make sure there's a little bit of spare towel just to wrap over the tip of the blades, and then I'll start rolling the blade up in that towel. Alright, I do a couple rolls, then I'm going to grab the next blade, put it in, and start rolling the towel like so. That's still not going to be enough protection for the blade. So what I like to do is I'll grab my wetsuit and I roll it up like this, and then I'll also place that on the top of the fins as extra cushioning, and then I'll do the same with the bottom. Next, what I do, using any other extra bits and pieces, I'll also put it around either the side of the blade or on top, just as extra padding. And then I like to travel with my clothes in these little zip up square sort of bags, and then I'll also place those around for some cushioning. So then once that's done, my blades are going to be nice and secure in my suitcase. Here's another thing that you can do, although I don't like doing this one as much myself, but some fin manufacturers will even teach you to bend your blades a bit in case there's not enough length, that it's okay to have the blades bent, and then you use that wetsuit as cushioning around the tips of the bent blades, and that's going to allow you to fit your fins into a smaller suitcase. Another important thing to do when you're checking your bags is to tell the people at the counter that it is fragile, so they'll put a sticker on and it will be treated with a little bit more care. If you don't have checked luggage, the next method is carry-on. One method of carry-on that is the easiest to do is I'll use my backpack, and this backpack's really convenient because it has a couple of straps. It's not any specific dive backpack or anything, or some backpacks that have this suitcase compartment to put over the handle also works perfectly. So what you can do is simply tuck the blades into the strap. So you can either just tuck your blades into the strap like so, or you can use a yoga strap or anything else that can go around the outsides. Alternatively, what you can do is simply, a lot of backpacks will have the strap here that goes over the handle of like wheeled bags. So what you can do is slot the fins in the back like so, and then you better carry it on your back. The third method that I recommend doing is, if you don't have checked luggage and you don't want to put it in your backpack or attach it to your backpack, what you can do is simply wrap the blades in a towel, or if you have a really thin soft bag that you can just put over the top. And then I like to use a strap that I can just sling over my shoulders. So you can actually carry on 2 pieces of equipment, 1 bag and 1 handheld piece, and a lot of airlines will allow you to do that. Other little things that you can do with your blades is a lot of fins, such as these Molchanov's ones, have screws, which means I can unscrew the blade, pull the blade out, and then it's going to be almost half the size, and then it can fit into smaller carry-on or even checked luggage. Definitely recommend that if you can do it. It's going to make your life a lot easier. With all of these steps, I highly recommend checking with your airline carrier first regarding baggage allowance and requirements, because you really want to avoid that headache of I'm yet to meet anyone that hasn't been able to do any of these methods whilst traveling. I don't know anyone that's been boarding a plane and then told as they're checking in or even getting onto the plane that they can't carry their fins on. But you never know, airlines can be really hit and miss, so it is something you definitely want to avoid, and the best way to do that is just checking with your airlines. I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. Please leave a like, a comment, save it, share it, all of the things. We have lots and lots of freediving videos coming very soon, so don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all at the next one.